This is Implotsters. Please watch the gap as you enter the train.
Hello everybody, this is Implotsters, a podcast where three friends sit on a train on their morning commute and we each discuss what a movie is and what we think it is and whether or not it's actually the correct plot to that movie. So please don't be too hard on us. We don't know anything about most movies.
That is correct. We are clueless.
We are Implotsters.
Ba-dum-bum. That's my song.
Intro music. La 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 la. This is Implotsters. Welcome to the show. Okay.
I haven't seen a movie in a long time, I think.
Me too. Literally, I was sitting here this morning and I was like before I got to you guys, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't even know any more movies. We've covered the three that I know.
I have notes on my phone of like movies that I'm like, I could ask them if they've seen it. Yeah, I look up a list.
Go for it, Monica.
Okay.
Okay, so one that I can pull off the top of my head. I can't because I'm too nervous now. Shit. Okay. The Sound of Music.
The Sound of Music. Have you ever seen The Sound
I
of
have. No, I've never seen it, but I have seen like memes and like little clips of it. And there's an episode of
she's like this.
And there's an episode of Friends where like Chandler makes a joke.
All right, Samantha.
But I know kind of what it is.
I think I do
Okay.
a little bit too.
Do you know it?
But you go for it.
Okay,
You're gonna go for it.
What is the plot to The Sound of Music?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with first. It's a musical.
Okay.
It's a family, like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
The Brady
And
Bunch.
I think they're in. I want to say they're either in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere cold.
It's either the Alps or it's a very fucking beautiful place.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and
She's on track.
yeah, and kind of I don't know if it's like 40s, 50s, 60s. No, it's like a 60s movie maybe. I don't
The
know.
60s.
Yeah, I don't
Because they
know.
love the Alps in the 60s.
No.
Really? Or is that sarcasm?
Well, apparently this family loves the Alps too. They're like a cult, and
Oh.
yes.
Oh.
So they sing
okay.
together, and if you don't sing, one of them all of a sudden disappears.
Oh.
And,
This would be a really fun movie.
No, well, I'm pretty sure a cult like this has existed.
Right.
Oh my. In the Alps.
I don't know about the
No
Alps,
one
but
can
for
hear
sure
you
in the Alps.
scream.
Let me see. The dad, obviously, there's a lot of misogyny in this movie because it's from the 40s or 50s or 60s.
That's a given.
Yeah, there's a lot of misogyny in 2021 anyway.
Oh shit.
But what else? There are kids. The kids. Jesus, I have no idea what happens in this
One
movie.
of them is Jesus?
No. Yes. Jesus is in this movie, and
In the 60s in the Alps.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Sound of
Well,
Music.
Yes.
I could see that.
Yes, he's the cult. Oh.
Yo, I feel.
So Jesus
so-
is the cult leader?
I mean, technically,
Wow.
man, this went there, Samantha.
You know what?
So
I don't want
please
to
tell us
upset.
what
I don't
else
want to
happens.
upset any of my listeners.
Our one
But
listener.
I don't care if you're upset, to be honest. Because that was just a joke. It's a true joke, though. It's just truthful.
So what
There is a
happens
cult that follows
in
Jesus, but
The Sound of Music. So you've set the space, you've set the scene, you set
Oh,
the
Jesus,
family. What happens to them?
Okay, so I honestly have no idea. I'm sure that like, wow,
Is there a happy ending or no?
With their cult leader?
Wow, I have no idea. I think that the cult leader might have been crucified, and
As history tells us.
This is such a Samantha movie too. I gotta say, it's like very like Criminal Minds, like somebody dies.
wait a minute, the real movie or my movie that I'm
Oh, the
describing?
movie you're describing.
Okay, because I'm like the Sound of Music does not.
This is like a
I didn't know.
Samantha directed Sound of Music.
Yes. Okay.
I
So
watched
they
it.
sing just like at church.
The Sound of
and-
Music is sad, though.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
It was a little sad.
Oh, why?
I mean, he gets crucified.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I forgot. I forgot about that. And then I guess the Sound of Music is. Damn, I have all of the dark jokes, and I am not going to say them.
She's not ready.
No, yeah, I'm not ready.
So,
I mean,
so
you
let's,
two are.
let's give this a nice bow. What is the ending to
Okay,
The Sound of Music?
so after Jesus gets crucified,
The Romans show up.
This is in the 40s.
Yes, the Romans
I
show
think she
up.
said 60s.
Oh, in the 60s.
I mean, I went 40, 50, 60s. I don't know what.
That's a good range.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is in the Alps, so maybe they're. Oh my God, are they Nazis?
Maybe. That's actually like.
Oh my
Not
God,
too
are you
far
fucking
off.
kidding me? Jesus. Oh, well, this is a terrible movie.
But Jesus keeps popping up.
Holy moly. Wow.
Guacamole.
I just put that together. Okay, so then it is a very happy ending because all the Nazis die. And,
They wish.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, because they're still around. But fuck
Did
you,
she, like-
Nazis.
Did she sing them to death?
She didn't. She sang. Oh, wait a minute. Did they think he was dead and 3 days later he shows up?
Jesus?
Yeah,
He
the
was
cult
in a
leader.
cave. He was definitely in a cave for a couple days. I don't know how
Ooh.
many. And then, like, somebody went down to the cave and was like, Jesus is coming.
No, I know the story from the Bible. I'm talking about Jesus in the movie.
Oh,
You tell us.
I'm up to you, girl.
Well, no, because I feel like I'm good. I feel like this is a good movie. I think that, yeah, that's it. Like, I don't know how it ended other than, like, I think that the cult leader decided to come back 3 days later, and then all of a sudden he had new followers for some reason. Yeah, that's it.
So, Monica, how did Samantha do?
It started off pretty good. Like, the setting, you know, it's taking place in Austria in the movie.
Oh, Austria, yeah.
So, like, that's, like, kind of the Alps. I don't know geography,
I
but
think
I
it
feel
is
like
the
it's
Alps
the
still.
same. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got that part right. And there is kind of religion involved. So the main character in this movie is a lady trying to train to be a nun.
Oh.
And she's like a little like eccentric, and the nuns that are like in her church are like, you know what? You should try going out and do something else for Jesus.
Oh, Jesus was in the movie?
So he wasn't in the movie, but there's like a theme of Jesus.
I
And,
had
like,
no idea it was a
religion.
religious movie.
And so this girl, her name is Maria. She goes to try her hand at being a nanny, babysitter, housekeeper person
Yeah, that's where the family gets involved.
a rich family's house, the Von Trapps. So while she's there, she is first like the kids are like very naughty and like they mess with her and like do pranks on her, but eventually they come to love her because like this family's missing a mother. And she was like a motherly figure to them, and the father was never there. He was always working and very mean. So they fall in love with her, and then she falls in love with the father, but she feels guilty about it because she's like, I can't do this, I'm a nun. So she has this internal.
Nuns don't have feelings.
Exactly. They're.
That's why they wear black.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, they're dead
Nuns
inside.
can't love. I mean, they can love Jesus, but that's why she's like, I don't know what to do. She talks to like the main nun, and she's like, sister, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And she's like, you know what? There's different ways to love Jesus, and if you want to be married, you can still love Jesus.
Oh,
So she
God.
goes back to the family.
I don't want to ever watch this movie.
She becomes a homewrecker.
I
Like
had all
this.
the nun jokes 2 seconds ago, but they're so problematic.
So the father was already like was like into this other lady, but Maria comes back into his life, and she's like, go away, and like they fall in love, and all this is happening during World War II, and then like all of a sudden, since they don't support the Nazis, they're being chased after. This is like towards the end of the movie, and they run off, and and they're singing all throughout. You're right about the musical part. Maria teaches all the kids to sing.
Okay.
It's a beautiful.
Are they singing for Jesus?
No, just
no?
for fun. And just because like they're sad kids and they needed something to not be sad, because
Okay.
like they had a sad family life at home without Maria.
Even though they're rich.
Yeah.
All right.
So after they do like some sort of recital thing, they run off to the mountains, the Alps, I guess, so that the Nazis won't catch them. And that's where the movie ends.
Oh, okay.
And
So
they
they started a
escape.
new cult in the mountains.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Exactly.
Makes
Um,
perfect sense.
This nun talk is reminding me of Sister Act. You ever seen Sister
I
Act?
love the Sister Act with Whoopi Goldberg.
No, I have not seen that, but also
so
I just went.
good.
And I've seen Sister Act. Have I
No.
seen Sister Act 2?
I haven't
Electric
seen that
Boogaloo?
one.
I don't. Oh,
No.
none of us have seen Sister
Nope.
Act 2.
Not
We're
Sister
gonna have to
Act
skip
2.
Sister Act 2.
Oh my God, Greg! Look, it's a bunny.
It's
Oh,
a
how
bunny.
cute! I love bunnies.
Oh no, what is he doing?
Oh.
Wow, I can't believe he did that.
That's so messed up.
Wow, we should put him on bunny shaming.
What a naughty bunny.
What's bunny shaming?
Oh my god. Well, it's a really cool Instagram. It's called Bunny Shaming. And basically we just shame the bunnies. They're all so cute. Bunnies can do no wrong. But there are some naughty bunnies out there.
I will admit that is adorable and naughty.
Give them a follow at Bunny Shaming on Instagram.
You got any bunnies?
I already follow them.
Me too.
Didn't you used to have a bunny named Boba?
I did. I mean, he's my god bunny. I get to visit him sometimes.
Oh,
But
that's really cute.
we like to put him on bunny shaming, so check him out
Whoop,
and
whoop.
submit your own bunny photos and videos of your very own naughty buns.
Of the naughty buns?
Yes, Greg.
Yeah.
Naughty bun.
I'll subscribe.
There are some
All
naughty
right.
buns.
Oh man.
Have you guys ever seen Big?
Nope.
Yeah.
No?
Here we
Big
go.
Fish?
No.
Here we go.
'Cause I like that movie a lot.
Monica.
What is the movie? What is the plot of the movie? Big.
That is like the
Big.
most vague movie title. Okay.
I mean, I think Big is a pretty good descriptor.
I mean, it's not
It's-
big fat liar. Just to
not.
help you out. I'm just gonna
Not
help
big
you out.
fish, not big fat pig.
Just
okay.
big, not
So-
small. Big.
This movie
I love this movie.
Me too.
is an adventure movie
Mhm.
about an ant is really down on his luck because he's small, because ants are small. So he visits a witch insect. It's probably like a butterfly. He visits a magical butterfly. He's like, Miss Butterfly, like, I'm real small and I'm tired of being scared to be stepped on and I just want to be really big. So
Tough life.
the butterfly like does like her crazy witch magic.
Because they got metamorphosis powers.
Right, metamorph. So she wraps him up in a little cocoon,
Oh.
and like all his friends and family are like, "Oh my God, where's our friend family member?" And everybody's sad that he's gone. But one day, like Jesus
Oh, no,
rising
what?
out of
What?
the tomb, he resurrects
So much
himself
Jesus.
as a ginormous ant, like the size.
That's terrifying.
Is it Ant-Man?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ant to ant.
I haven't seen that one either. but-
No wings?
No wings, just a really big ant because he just wanted to be big. This ant is the size of the Statue of Liberty.
What the? Okay.
So,
Big.
this takes place upstate New York. This ant travels downstate all the way to New York City.
No one calls it downstate.
Travels south to the city
Nobody calls it downstate.
to
That's
explore
funny.
his new life as a really big ant. But the United States did not take this lightly, as it saw it as like a giant threat to
Wow.
the city.
Okay.
So there's this like everybody's getting like militarized, and there's this whole war thing going on. You get into war mode. Everything's canceled. Like everybody go inside, hide your kids, your wife. There's a giant ant outside. So
Where does this movie
I
go
have
in
no
the
idea.
final
I'm
act?
so confused.
the
right
final
now.
act in the battle between the giant ant and the little people.
Damn. The ant be like, you're
It's like revenge.
no big no more.
Yeah.
I'm the
tired
big
of
one.
being squished.
Yeah.
You're the little people.
My
I
whole
squish
family's
you.
been squished.
All this
I step
time.
on you.
How does it feel? He grabs them like no.
How
He
do
puts a
ants
big,
grab?
No. He puts a big. Well, he's giant. He has big legs. Like, it's a movie. He grabs them. No, but he has. You know how like when you're little and you do the whole like I've never done this, but I've seen it in movies and people do it. The little glass and then with the sun and then like it burns
burns
the ant.
the
That's
Yeah.
what he starts
Oh
doing
my
to
god!
people.
Oh my god! Yeah. So everybody gets a freaking magnifying glass
There we go,
out in the
magnifying
city,
glass.
and all the
In the
people in New
city.
York City, like, intensify their magnifying glass.
Oh.
But the World Wildlife Foundation comes in, and they're like,
Ah.
"Hold on,
Yeah.
we don't. This ant isn't
He just
doing
needs
anything.
love."
He's just an ant."
Protect all life.
Okay.
So there's like a whole court case about it. The ant's just chilling there.
They
A
had to-
court case.
They had to build a really big courthouse to make this happen. And we're still not done with the movie.
The people are like, the ant is fine. Other people are like, it's scary. And other people are like, you
big.
can't discriminate against the ant because it's different from us.
That's
And
right.
that's how the ant became a friend of the people.
Okay.
And it was like a mutual symbiotic relationship where the ant, helped out with construction because it's really big and can lift things. Ants can lift like 500 times their size. So like this ant's like building,
That's fair.
helping
That's
with
a good-
infrastructure and like,
Oh,
yeah.
Ants are strong.
Big.
yeah.
The movie
Big.
about a magical ant who asks
Not
a
magical,
butterfly
they're just big.
to be massive, the size of the Statue of Liberty, then goes to New York City to terrorize them
Then
for
she goes
revenge.
downstate.
Yeah. And then and then there's a court case, so it's the ant versus the people. And
I think it should be the people versus the ant.
that's about it.
Yeah.
And they come to an agreement because he's a contractor now.
Yeah, he's a big help.
A big help. I love
think
that. Full circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done.
Do you remember this movie, Greg?
Big, starring Tom Hanks.
Tom
I
Hanks.
love Tom.
I
Live
love
action.
Big. Big was one of my favorite movies when I was growing up. I would watch that. You know when you're little and you have a movie that you watch on repeat? Big was one of them. Free Willy was another one, but Big was definitely there. Big is about it's a young, I think he's like, what is he, like 11, 12? He's a 12-year-old, 11-year-old who goes to the amusement park and he has a crush on this girl because she's in high school and he's not.
Aw.
And he goes to the amusement park and realizes that he tries to be a big boy, and all of a sudden when he gets to the front of the line in the roller coaster, they won't let him in because he's too short.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
discrimination.
well, that's safety, liability issues. But because he can't go in, he gets kind of like sad and disappointed. And the girls that he likes, they all go in, and the boys, the jocks and stuff, they all
'Cause
go
they're
in.
tall.
And basically, there's this shot of like the roller coaster and everybody having fun, and he's just like sad. He goes around the corner, finds this machine that says "Make a Wish," and he
Zoltar.
Saltar, yeah, that's
Oh, that
literally what it
sounds
is. It's
familiar.
Saltar because they do have those at Coney Island. There's a Saltar. Every time I see it, I think of Big. He sees Saltar, and then he gets a ticket, and then he wishes to be big. Literally, that was his wish to
So
be big.
like that's like if the ant was a kid, maybe.
Oh yeah, right on, Monica.
Yeah.
that was perfect. Yeah.
Be my case.
Yeah. Then there's a whole plot of like he is big. He grew up the next day.
To be
Literally.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, no. So
like
the next
adult
day he woke up.
Hanks.
Yeah. No, the next day
sad.
he wakes up and he's a full-grown adult in his bunk bed in his room where his mom is petrified because all of a sudden he goes downstairs.
I'm
And
sure
like,
the mom's like,
and then
"Was
there's
a
Tom
strange
Hanks there
man in
instead of
this
this
house?"
kid. Yeah, instead of this kid, there's Tom Hanks in there, and her mom starts freaking out. He has to run away, and he has a best friend who's
Who's still a
little.
kid.
Yeah, who's still a kid. He convinces him that it is him, so they do a bunch of stuff. He goes and finds a finance job somewhere.
No, it wasn't finance.
It wasn't finance. What was it?
It was in
lawyer.
a toy company.
A toy company. That's true.
Because he's a kid.
I just said finance because he has so much money that he buys this badass apartment. and,
Because
like,
he's a kid working in a toy company, and
I
in
know,
the
and
room,
he's making
like he's the only one
yes.
that can think like a kid, and they're like, "Oh my
Exactly.
god, his ideas are amazing."
Yep. And
It's like a loft. Like
it's a really badass love. Like you go in there and it's just toys, a
Damn.
trampoline,
I want
and
to
like
speak to Zoltar.
literally yes. Anyways, yeah. Then he falls in love, which is probably weird.
It didn't work. It didn't age well.
It did not age well
'cause
because
he's
now
still,
because
like,
he's a
11 years
kid.
Like one of the women that works in the toy company
Jeez.
falls in love with him, and I mean, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I need to watch this now because I need
Oh.
to come back to this. Actually, we just described this movie. We don't know if we should or should not recommend, but
I mean, no, you gotta watch it.
I
You got
feel
some
like
Tom
it's a
Hanks.
classic that I should just watch.
We didn't even talk about the piano scene.
oh yeah,
it's
then
a
they go to
classic.
that one store, the big famous store in New York City. What is it?
Oh, it's gone now.
It's-
F.A. Schwartz.
Yeah, that one. Well, they're around though
I
in
don't know if I
different
got the
areas
name
now.
right.
Yeah.
But the big one that they went to is gone.
It's
'cause
gone. Yeah. So yeah.
How's it end?
So he how
He
does
has
it-
to go back home.
Yes.
And there's this farewell scene where the woman that they both mutually fall in love, and it's consensual.
Shut up.
She drives him home
He's a
to
kid.
his suburban home in Queens, and there's a part where he's still in a suit, and he's like
And-
by his door. He waves goodbye to the woman. she's waving goodbye, and then you
He
see
literally morphs into
like
a young
it just
child.
cuts back to him being a kid,
Yeah.
but still wearing this
With a big
oversized suit, and then he just walks back into his house. And I wonder what she's thinking at that moment.
That's so weird.
That
Actually, now that I
is. If
think
I was
about
the
this,
mom, I'd
what?
be
You
like,
rewatched that movie as a
What?
kid nonstop.
I used to watch this movie on a regular. Like every day I would play it, but
Did you ever question?
no, I'm
consent?
10. I'm 9. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
Consent is not. It wasn't discussed in the 90s.
It was the
sadly.
80s, I think.
Or
Right,
80s.
it was like, oh, it's okay, it's a kid, but it's an adult, so it's
Wow,
okay.
yeah, it's so weird actually. Now that I think of it, I would like to watch this movie again,
I would like
and
to
then like
watch it
have a
too.
deeper conversation on a different podcast, because it's not gonna be funny.
breaking down movies to make you feel terrible
yeah.
of watching them and liking them.
Literally.
With Samantha.
Yes, that's my second podcast. Will you guys come? All right.
You'll see me there.
Great, awesome. You did a great job at describing the Ant movie.
I was reaching deep into my
Yes.
imagination. Thanks.
I liked it.
Let's
Thanks.
see.
Mm.
What other movie?
We have to do Greg next.
So,
Grease?
I love
He-
Grease. Seen
yeah.
Grease.
Titanic.
Okay.
oh my god, I love
Yes,
Titanic.
I've seen Titanic.
The Devil
seen
Wears
Titanic?
Prada.
I can quote The Devil Wears Prada.
What?
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
I love the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Damn, that's all I got.
Wow, Greg. Okay, so have you seen? Let me see. Oh yeah.
How do we connect it back to Pig? What's another Tom Hanks movie? Can you name one?
Oh, Castaway.
No,
I've
yeah, he's probably seen
I've
that one.
Castaway.
Jeez.
Jesus
Mrs.
be popping up.
Doubtfire. No.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I've
Mrs.
seen
Doubtfire
it.
is so good.
So good.
I love
Hello.
that movie. Forrest Gump.
Seen it.
okay.
Dum, dum.
Have you seen the show Desperate Housewives?
No.
Oh, neither have I.
No. Okay, we're
Oh
doing
my
TV
God,
shows right now.
Please describe Desperate Housewives.
Desperate Housewives. They're housewives in suburbia, and they're desperate. Probably for sex. But I'm trying to figure out if there's something else going on, because it's still a show on ABC, or was a show on ABC. You have middle-aged women still trying to look attractive on television. I'm going to say there was a murder. There's always a murder when it comes to Samantha. So,
That's fair.
murder
Shoot,
happened.
I'm gonna have to.
And it was the
Diverse.
pool boy.
Why did he do it?
Always the pool boy involved with the housewife. Where are the husbands in this thing? I tell you, they're always at work with a suitcase. It was the 1950s. Okay, Pleasantville. So you got 5 housewives, and they're in cahoots. Yeah, who killed who? Well, no, there's one pool boy. Who killed the pool boy?
Oh, somebody killed the pool boy.
Somebody killed that pool boy. He
Why
was
did they
hot
kill
too.
the pool boy? No.
There was
They're
an
always
affair.
Oh no.
He had like, I don't
It was
know.
a bear?
No, an affair.
Oh.
A bear. They're in the middle of like Normalville,
Is it
USA.
a bear
There's no
show?
bears.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't pay for that real estate. Okay, let's get interesting here. So they're all like, "Don't snitch. No, you don't snitch. No, you don't snitch." But I didn't know who did it. But you know who did it.
How many seasons are here?
Probably 6.
Okay.
Because ratings be like, "Ooh, are they gonna kill another pool boy?" And eventually, by season 3, the husbands come back and they're like, "Hey, why y'all desperate? We can satisfy you.
Oh,
Come on."
they always think they can do that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
They don't know.
then there's like a gigolo comes
A
to town,
gigolo.
and a
Nice.
detective gigolo. He was a gigolo pretending to be a gigolo, but he's really a
Oh,
detective.
disguised as a
And then he
gigolo.
finds out who the killer is, and then he was really the pool boy's brother.
Oh.
Out for revenge.
Ooh.
And that is Desperate Housewives.
Okay, well, so you're right about the murder. So it starts with a murder, but it's of a housewife. So there used to be 5 housewives, and the show stars 4 housewives because on the first episode the fifth housewife died or got killed by who
The
did it?
pool boy.
No, because who always does it?
The bear.
Who always does?
The butler.
Wow.
The nanny.
All right, the husband did it.
Oh.
This is real life right here.
Oh.
So anyway, and then there's literally 8 seasons of like,
Eight
there's a
seasons.
yeah, it was great. There was a bunch of murders in there. There's a lot of like
course.
lies. The husbands actually are in the show.
And gigolos.
They're great characters as well. And yeah, I think I mean they're desperate for different reasons. Some of them do want a better sex life. Others absolutely have a great sex life. Like it's just there's 4 of them, and then they add a 5th one and a 6th one, I think. But like they're not main characters. They're just like solid like secondary characters. And they all have kids and they all have different lives, and there's a lot of like drama, and it's a dark comedy. So yeah, so murder happens more than once too, like
Damn, I really
decent
thought
amount of
this
time.
was like The
And there wasn't a
Bachelor.
pool boy, but there was a gardener,
Oh.
and he is played by Jesse Metcalf, and he's hot. Sorry if he's problematic, I don't know. So yeah, that's Desperate Housewives. Eva Longoria's in it, and what's her name is in it? I forget her name. The Tori something. That's it. Yeah. Good job.
Implotsters.
So thank you for listening, and please follow us on Instagram at Implotsters, and also on Twitter. Please recommend us any movies or shows that you want us to do, and if we haven't seen them, we will try to describe them for you. And yeah, have a good day, afternoon, night.
Thanks for listening.
Bye bye.
Bye.
This is Implotsters. Please watch the gap as you exit the train.